What it do, y'all? Man, y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. Another Charger conversation. Your man's in there. Your uncle. Hostile takeover. Man, it's Monday, and I know a lot of people feel like Mondays suck. So I think I'm gonna drop a little Monday motivation for y'all today. Like I told you, this isn't a channel for tearing people down or, disparaging people or anything like that. I'm trying to build on some positive shit. So, that said, what really motivates you? You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm not gonna lie. The fear of failure motivates me. And it wasn't always like that. It really wasn't. Fear of failure actually kept me from doing shit when I was younger. When I was in the Army, in basic training, I got offered a chance to go to West Point. And I turned it down. Part of it was because at the time, the commitment as far as number of years that it would take for this program, plus my required enlistment as an officer in the Army, would have been a little over half of half the time I had lived on Earth. You know what I mean? I was 18. I'm sorry. I was 18, and it was a 10-year commitment, and it just seemed like so long. Like, it just seemed like a long fucking time. In hindsight, it wasn't. 10 years ain't shit. But for something that I didn't plan on, it just seemed like a really long commitment. But another part of the reason I turned it down wasn't because I didn't think I had what it took to successfully complete it. It was the, what if I don't? That fear of failure partially kept me from doing it. And that's probably 50-50 on each side, the time commitment and fear of failure. Now, that same fear of failure motivates the absolute shit out of me, because I'm in a position where I cannot fail. I have too many people depending on me. But what motivates you? What really drives you to get up every day, work your ass off, try to become a better person, try to become a better man, try to, just get through the day when you know you're gonna have to do shit you don't like? What drives that for you? Another thing I want to talk about is, a lot of people say shit, they're gonna do shit, blah blah blah, and then they don't, because they never start. Not because they don't finish, they never start. And there's this thing called inertia, right? An object at rest tends to stay in rest, and the object in motion tends to stay in motion. If you're not doing shit, it's easy to not do shit. if you're steamrolling through life, it's easier to keep going. The hard part is to get started. So basically what I'm saying is you have to turn one day into day one. There's a big difference between those two. One day is the thought. Yeah, I want to do this. I want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Day one is actually doing it. And no matter how long it is, of like whatever, you know, you want to start, it might be years between, you know, day one and the finish line. But the difference between one day and day one is infinite. They're like light years away. So really, you just gotta commit to starting. You have to start before you can finish. So commit to starting. You know, is it, you know, an apprenticeship or a gym membership, you know, working out? You know, what is it? Is it learning a new skill or learning an instrument? Whatever it is. Whatever it is. It basically takes 10,000 hours to master something, generally. But you can't start. You can't master anything you don't start. It's been said that if you spend 20 minutes a day practicing something, within a year, you'll be in the top 10% of the world. And then whatever that is. Right? But if you never start it, you'll always be in that 90%. Now, I know it's easy to talk about, but getting started isn't as hard as you think. Starting is easier than finishing, but it's also harder than just talking about it. And all this might sound cliche or whatever, but it's fucking true. So get up and do it. Whatever you've been thinking about, whatever you've been, you know, contemplating, whatever you've been putting off and procrastinating with, just get up and do it. Get up and start. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. There is, I'm not saying anybody can do anything, but especially if you thought about it, that means your body can probably pull it off. That means your mind can conceptualize it. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. So just fucking do it. And if you have to start with something smaller and move up to something larger, so fucking be it. You know, if you've been talking about going back to school to, get, finish your degree or whatever, you have the time. You have the same 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that everyone else has. There are 168 hours in a week. So don't put it off, but don't make excuses. Just fucking do it. The action might not be easy, but the mindset is. And sometimes you're going to have to grind it out by yourself. But that's going to make the accomplishment all the more special. That's what's going to make it even sweeter. Hopefully you have, a support network that will, get behind you and push you. Hopefully you've surrounded yourself with people like that. But if you haven't, then it might be time to just go monk mode and grind. It is what it is. But you can't let shit stop you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the circumstances surrounding your life dictate your life. Just because you're one way today doesn't mean you can't change and be something totally and infinitely better tomorrow. But I just want to put that out there because I really want to see everyone succeed at whatever it is they're trying to do. But I'm on my way to pick up my daughter. We're going to hang out, do a few things, some father-daughter shit. And with that, middle fingers up. Be safe. Stay dangerous.